Wait a minute.
By now, you might have guessed from this channel that I love movies, and I will watch anything once. From Academy Award winners like Silence of the Lambs to pure schlock like Star Crash, because that's the beauty of the movies. Before the lights go down in the theatre and the projector rolls, every film has a chance to be a classic, a work of art that will transform your life.
Stella.
Simon.
Stella.
Simon.
Is that so?
Okay, maybe not every film, but once in a while a film will be released that will get a raw deal from both critics and audiences. Films that can take years, if not decades, to be reassessed. From John Carpenter's The Thing to The Wizard of Oz. That's right, The Wizard of Oz.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Perfect examples of how both critics and audiences can get it wrong. And having recently sat through Alien Romulus, the latest in a rapidly growing list of alien films that seem to think that referencing earlier films is somehow the same as an actual story, it made me consider, when exactly was the last time I actually enjoyed an alien film? And really thinking about it, it was 2007's Alien vs. Predator Requiem, a B-movie that was critically slammed on its release, but in my opinion, not only has it held up over the passing years, but is of much higher quality than the films that followed.
There's nothing. I know.
So, what did I think? Following immediately on from the events in Alien vs. Predator, a Predator ship crashes near Gunnison, Colorado, its deadly cargo threatening death and destruction not only for the city, but also for the Earth. In the winter of 1989, the first year in which superheroes and comic books really dominated popular culture, thanks in no small part to the hype over Tim Burton's Batman, Dark Horse Comics, who had the publishing rights to 20th Century Fox's Alien franchise, decided to print Alien vs. Predator, a crossover involving Fox's two most popular movie monsters, an idea that was so successful that Dark Horse would continue to publish ongoing stories of the clashes between the two franchises, and indeed others even outside their own house, over the next 3 decades, until Fox was bought out by Disney in 2019. To the 15-year-old version of me, these stories were new, exciting, well-written with superb art that leapt off the page, and had us all as readers wondering, would we ever see these stories on screen? Then, in 1990, we were given a tantalizing glimpse of what could be in Predator 2, with the briefest glimpse of an alien skull in the trophy room. But we would have to wait a full 14 years before we finally got to see the two clash in Alien vs. Predator.
Damn it, we came so close! Don't worry, asshole. You'll get another chance.
A film that, although was far from a critical success, was a financial one, grossing close to $200 million at the worldwide box office.
Don't turn your back on me.
With an ending that screamed out for a sequel. And 3 years later, that is exactly what we got. Starting only moments after the ending of Alien vs. Predator, as a father and son out hunting in the forests of Colorado stumble across the wreckage of a crashed Predator ship crawling with facehuggers, you immediately realise this film is far darker in tone than its predecessor, and it's not just because of the cinematography. Yes, I will be the first to admit this is a trash Saturday night B-movie, but it's well-written trash by screenwriter Shane Salerno, best known for his screenplays for Armageddon, the Shaft remake, and Avatar: The Way of Water. Salerno uses an obvious encyclopedic knowledge of B-movie rules and turns them on their heads. Take the town sheriff, played by John Ortiz. In any other B-movie, they'd be the hero or corrupt to the point of incompetence. Here, he's simply a decent man who completely falls apart under the pressure.
What are you gonna do?
I'll let you know when I figure it out.
No one is safe. Characters who would usually go through hell but survive here are picked off in sudden, shockingly swift moments. While in a film that still follows the basic tropes from teenagers skinny dipping at midnight to characters who are literally walking cliches we have seen 1,000 times before.
Don't shoot! Take what you want! I'm not getting killed for no $6.25 an hour.
What are you guys, stoned?
There are clever, intelligent touches. The character of Kelly O'Brien, just returned from active service, brings her daughter back night vision goggles as a present. While unlike today's screenwriters who feel the need to lecture how strong a woman she can be, it's assumed because Kelly served in the military, she knows what she's doing, so it's unnecessary to mention it or to lecture the audience. There is also a sense of paranoia running through this, a cynicism that at times makes the film seem closer to the remake of The Crazies or the political thrillers of the 70s.
I think the colonel was lying.
That's crazy. The government doesn't lie to people.
Aided by competent directing by the brothers Strauss, with the aid of cinematographer Daniel C. Pearl, whose work, although criticised by many critics at the time as murky, elevates the look of the film beyond that of a typical B-movie. Compare and contrast Pearl's work with the flat lighting of Michael Watson, who was the cinematographer on the Strauss' next film, the god-awful Skyline. The brothers Strauss create surprisingly effective set pieces, such as a disturbing attack on a maternity ward, the aliens exploding out of the sewers, crawling over the town like ants, and an ambush of National Guard that not only harkens back to Aliens, but has framing that could have been lifted straight from the pages of the Alien Predator comics. Even the most obligatory references to previous films that all sequels do, here make sense. And unlike Alien Romulus, which felt the need to quote lines so out of context that it became nonsensical, here at least when a character shouts,
Get to the chopper!
there is an actual chopper.
Order. Order! Order!
Although Aliens vs. Predator Requiem was critically derided when released, it's a film that takes no breaks, no pauses, it never slows down, keeping a frenetic pace for its hour-and-a-half runtime until it reaches a surprisingly downbeat conclusion for what should be considered a franchise film. And in doing so, shows more spirit, more originality than any of the Alien films that followed, Rodriguez's Predators or Shane Black's Solus, The Predator. Aliens vs. Predators Requiem is far from a classic, but neither is it the disaster it was branded 17 years ago. What it is a surprisingly fun and at times tense movie to watch on a Saturday night. I say Aliens vs. Predator Requiem deserves another look.
Please, sir, I want some more. More? All right, stop it. Stop it right there. Go on, fill up the bowl.
And if you liked this episode of So What Did I Think and want to see more, please click like and subscribe. Remember, always subscribe. Thanks for watching.